Daniel Hart is a dedicated volleyball coach and mentor to hundreds of kids in Anaheim. The 34-year-old suffered a stroke in May, sidelining him from his players. Unable to travel to the AAU National Championships in Florida, his 14-year-old boys team served up an improbable run he'll never forget.
What you guys did was truly incredible.
It's a Disney-like story originating right here in Anaheim.
Okay, what do we do on the parallel lines? Who wants it? So I started Pulse. I was coaching at Yorba Linda High School, and a lot of our boys athletes weren't involved in club volleyball because it was a pretty far drive down to the beach communities. And so my wife and I came up with this idea that we should try to start a boys volleyball club in the area.
You started with one team?
One team, 11 athletes.
And how many athletes do you have now?
Oh, it's well over 200. Nice set!
In May of 2022, a routine trip to the chiropractor nearly ended Hart's life.
Pretty scary day. I went to a chiropractor, and when they adjusted my neck, something didn't feel right. Kind of fast forward a little bit, I ended up getting transported to OC Global Hospital. I had a vertebral artery dissection and a small acute stroke.
So you're 34 years old.
Yes.
You hear the word stroke. What goes through your mind when you hear that word?
I didn't know if this was going to be the last time I'd have the opportunity to speak with my daughter or my wife. Sorry.
Take your time.
Having to ask the neurologist if I need to call my soon-to-be 2-year-old daughter if this is the last time I'm going to talk to her was probably one of the hardest things. And thankfully my wife was there supporting me and helping me because we were both pretty scared as can be. The next question after that was, what happens to this?
Hart's 14-year-old boys team entered the AAU Junior National Volleyball Championships in Florida as the 14th seed.
Yeah!
Fun was the focus. A cross-country Cinderella run without their head coach, that was just too far-fetched.
It's more than just coaching. When you talk about traveling, you're talking about someone looking after all these, what I say, young little ducklings. Hopefully you have thanked this guy a lot.
Enter Zach Courier,
Zach
the
is,
18-year-old assistant coach, not even old enough to rent a car, was tasked with being Hart's eyes and ears on the ground in Orlando.
I just kept thinking, I was like, Zoom. Like, Zoom has to be the way we do it. We did life for 2 years. Essentially, yeah, exactly. We do everything else on Zoom. Why can't we do volleyball on Zoom? It's basically like he was there. They just couldn't see him.
An unconventional use of technology led to unexpected win after win. You win the first one, you win the second one, you win the third one. What was that feeling like?
It felt just so fun. I just loved just going out there and playing. I didn't really care if we lost a point.
The first game, I was pretty nervous, right? So I didn't know anything was going to go on. To us, I wasn't expecting us to succeed so much.
We kept winning, and then we win again and again. And our last match of pool play, we finally got paired up against the other undefeated team. And they beat up on us the first set, but then we found a way to rally back. We beat this team in the third set, and you could see the passion. Immediately after he said, good game to the other team, we ran to the bathroom in the convention center, and we're all jumping up and down, yeah! And the podium finish was amazing, but one of the moments I will never forget in my coaching career.
The 14th seed gets second place, which is absolutely remarkable.
Unbelievable.
Second place may not be your typical Hollywood ending, but for Pulse, it was perfect. As for Hart personally, his story still has several chapters left unwritten.
Everything happens for a reason. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'll ever know the answer, but there is some greater power there that was working with us. And for that, I'm thankful.
Daniel's doing good. He says, if you have a pulse, you have a purpose. That's our motto. And Daniel's purpose, certainly a mentor to so many kids.